Hello, creative people. We are here today for the first tutorial. Hopefully it will be one of many. The first tutorial of Mindfultober. It's now 2nd of October and it started yesterday, and I did this drawing for the first prompt sky. I was thinking about making a drawing like this for a while. Usually I go with my drawings in abstract way, but in the last Skillshare class I made a semi-abstract, bringing a coffee machine into my abstract world. So it was a bit semi-abstract. It's also a semi-abstract, so it's in line with that class I made. So because the topic was sky, I could have gone full abstract, but I was thinking to make a drawing like this using the patterns and lines, and create a kind of somewhat realistic view. This is basically, you can see now it's starting to take shape. There are some hills and a nice shiny sun above, and that's my sky for you. So I did this with the hills. I used the brush pen, and that gives this up and down, like thicker and thinner lines. You can do it all at once, and it's very easy this way. I know it's difficult to control the brush pen, but if you give it a few tries, I'm sure you will get a hang of it quickly. And then what I'm doing, that I'm adding different patterns with different thicknesses. I use the thin, very thin 0.05 for the first hill, and for the second hill I'm using, I think, 0.3. Yeah. So I'm adding different patterns that represents different textures and different feelings that you would see in this kind of a landscape. So those different patterns represent different hills, rolling hills in this view, and I will do some this kind of patterns for the sky as well. Why do I do this? Because making those patterns, first of all, is very relaxing. That once I start making them, I'm so kind of curious how it's gonna end up. Especially this one was very fun with the circles, and I make up my own rules. As I'm doing this, I say, okay, I'm gonna put some circles, and I'm gonna put 3 concentric lines around them, and I just do that. And now I'm at this stage, I'm adding lines on the inside and then feel what's left, and then it creates such a fun looking texture. And usually they end up very organic. I try to not to make them with a ruler or something, so that sometimes my hand is shaky, sometimes the lines are touching each other where they are not supposed to. And the end result, usually you don't see those imperfections, and all together that it gives a very interesting texture. Every pattern has a different feeling, and so once I start, I'm just in it. I forget everything and I just do these patterns. So I totally recommend you try these patterns. There are at least, I think there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna use for the sky at least 6 different patterns in here. And this pattern I'm using for this section of the hill is also a fun one, that I just use dots, only dots. It seems complicated, but once you start doing it, if you want to make an area more darker and in the shade, you add more dots there. If you want it to be highlighted and brighter, you put less dots. And it's very easy to do, but the effect is great. And last hill, I'm gonna add these little half circles on top of each other. So in a way, it's similar to the one at the bottom, but the result is totally different. So I was talking about Mindfultober. So it started. We have 4 topics for you. Let me check. I don't remember now. The first one is sky. The next one is flow. Flowing, and third one is grow, and the fifth one is waves. The way we set up this is that it's supposed to be a very relaxing art challenge for you guys. So you can do as many or as little you want. You can just do one. You can do all four. You can do every day for a week the same way. You can do the same 7 different skies if you want to. It's up to you. And then later on, share your creations on Instagram. Use the hashtag Mindfultober 2025 and also mention all 4 hosts. It's 4 of us doing this: Mel, Shelly, Juta, and me. And you will see at the end I put a kind of a slide that you can see all of our names. Don't forget to tag us so we can see your creations, and we can tag you guys when we reshare your creations on our stories. So this is how the challenge is gonna go. Mindfultober. It started yesterday, and we are looking forward to seeing your paintings too. And this pattern I started doing for the sky. I really enjoy the feeling of it, that these wavy lines coming out of the sky from the sun. And I actually did a trial before this. Maybe I will show later in my another Instagram post. It was 1 or 2 of them were this pattern, but I liked it so much. I thought, okay, I'm gonna do a second one, and I'm gonna use this pattern for the sun rays. For the most of the rays, basically. But I also didn't want it to look like, this famous, is it a Chinese star? That it's used in the graphic design, that this round shape that represents sun and the rays coming out of it. And it's usually one light, one dark, one light, one dark. I wanted to be a bit more unpredictable. So I didn't I'm going to leave some of them white, but some of them I'm going to add simple lines and plus this more complex pattern. As you can see, it immediately brings more contrast to the sky, even though it's just lines, that it appears much darker than the rest. And that's why we have a very impactful sky. And once again, I'm gonna remind you that it's just so much fun to make these patterns. It's very relaxing. Like, it puts me in a flow state immediately. And once I have an idea and I start going, I don't want to stop. Or even if I have to stop, coming back is also very easy. Like, wherever, because some projects are bigger. This paper was 10 by 12 centimeters, and so it was fairly small. But when I work on a bigger page, I can't finish in one sitting, but coming back and doing continuing what I started is always much easier. So now, as you can see, I'm not doing one light, one dark. I'm trying to randomize here a bit. And basically, my sky is done. We could have left it here, but why not add some colors as well? This is also very relaxing part of this kind of art practice, and I really enjoy. I'm wetting my colors there, and you can also definitely do it. What I'm doing is that I could have chosen the very different ways to color this, but for the first project I want it to be simple, so I'm going with the blue sky and the yellow sun. And as you could see, I started with the yellow in the middle, and then I brought the blue towards the yellow. Once they touch, I try to do as little as I can there. And I'm using 2 different greens for the heels. I'm not going too much on this painting because I want it to be simple. I'm not adding shadings on the hills. We could actually add shade and separate these hills even further, but I think this is good enough. And at the end, I decided to take some of the paint away with a dry brush that also gave more highlight and some splashes. And this is it. We are done. Let's have a closer look what we created. This was a simple project. I think it took me about 40 minutes, but I was recording in the meantime, so it could be done in like half an hour, definitely. I hope you enjoyed this class. I'm looking forward to seeing your projects. Here it is. On the right hand side, you can see the host. Don't forget to mention us, use the hashtags. I'm looking forward to seeing your creations. See you on the next prompt. Bye.